Now listen, I do enjoy me some traveling, and I do enjoy it, but I do get a little bit tired. It's just been nice to be able to chill in a hotel. I say that, I do enjoy traveling around. I do. It's just fun. Like, I've never been to Southampton before, and even though, yes, I've just come down here for the day to stay over, it's still nice. I realise all the old people are in the hotel because this is right by the port, and they're all going on the cruise ships. Wish I was going on the cruise ship with them. Hey, the hotel has tiny coffee cups. And as someone who doesn't, you know, drink coffee that requires this size cup, because I don't think this would cure my caffeine addiction, it's still very cute. But yes, it's nice to be able to come and do something a little bit different. I like going back to East 15, and I like seeing the shows, and I like doing the odd workshop class with the students, and it's nice to come and meet, the students that are new and have just gone up a year, and seeing how they're doing and seeing their progress. Like, I can't believe my grandchild is in third year. Anna, if you're watching this, it makes me feel very old and reminds me how long I went to that school for. So thanks for making me feel old, Anna. Love you lots. Hope your third year showcase is going well. How dare you? Joking. Sending you a lots of love. But yeah, for me now, kind of getting out there and do my own thing, I still like to be able to have some kind of relation to the school because, like I said, from someone of my background, I will never deny about being working class and that performers in the West Midlands are massively underrepresented. So I do really have a lot of pride and a lot of privilege to be able to represent where I'm from, show where you can go from here. And yeah, I do have a lot to give. I have a lot of respect and a lot of appreciation that I've been able to go to drama school because it ain't easy, and it did take a lot of rejections to kind of go, is this actually what I want to do? Can I even do this? Because, as you all know, if you've been on the channel for, the last nearly 6 years when it all started and kicked off, I remember doing my first video in the pandemic. And that in itself was, a thing of getting my screen confidence better and peak boredom. you know, Peak boredom of wanting to be able to go to acting school and going, oh, am I going to get there? Is it going to happen? Am I going to have to figure out a new job because the government wants everyone to retrain to be, anything other than a creative? Which, as you can probably tell, when everyone's mental health was already, through the floorboards, it didn't really help. So whenever I see now the way that university and drama school is, how different it was to when I was there. I'm sure anyone who was there from 2019 up until, I'm gonna say, the latter end of 2021, maybe the beginnings of 2022, like how bad it was trying to do a acting course. I can't even imagine how hard the BA courses were. I mean, we're very lucky in the sense of combat is you can do long range weapons, so you're out of distance. But yeah, I can't help but feel like everyone missed out on so much. And there was so much compromise, and things have changed. Think about the way that we do auditions now. Self tapes. I remember doing a whole module on them in cert because we all very quickly adapted to going, oh yeah, this is gonna be the future. Oh yeah, this is gonna take off because if I can see 500 people in a couple of days, it'd be so much easier to see those 500 people in 2 days over Zoom rather than a week in person. So I do get it. And there are some things that I do understand that we've taken from the pandemic and implied into applied into the industry. But at the same time, you can't beat an in-person audition. I will say that I am very happy that I I just missed the cusp of it in my first time auditioning for East 15. And I went to Loughton. It's the only time I've been able to the only time I've been able to go to Loughton was for my very first audition, which was in person. And then flash forward after cert, where I went and did my audition from my room in University Square. Which I remember it was hilarious. You think, gosh, how can you embody a character in such a tiny space? But in a way, that is the true nature of being an actor, is to adapt. And as much as people go, oh, I feel like I wasted my time, and how hard it was did make a lot of people quit, and it did make a lot of people turn the other way, which I totally understand. But when you do get put through those things and you still persevere, you know in your heart of hearts that that was the right decision for you. Like, I fully, hand on heart, whatever pathway people take, anyone that was in my year group with us there in that time when we were doing our foundation, and also, in the first year of the BA course, I feel like they fully all have what it takes. Because you gotta be some kind of crazy to persevere with a career like that in the situation we were in. Like, maybe it was just blind rage that we are all just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this in spite because the universe is trying to turn us the other way. So yeah, I do want to keep being involved in the education process because I love to see how it changes. I love to see how it's adapted from when I was there. And people will ask me, oh, auditions, da da da, and I'm like, hey, I have to learn and realize what it's like now because it was constantly evolving. It was constantly changing. Like, I remember, I think it was the physical theatre students that were doing Macbeth in their third year when I was on cert, and they made these cool like masks, and it was how they were able to like be near each other and social distance whilst doing the show. And there was no, I believe, I don't think there was an audience in Clifftown, and I think it was all being broadcast on Zoom. And I remember watching it going, wow, even at the height of a global pandemic, these brilliant students are still making art. And that's why I think it's so important for young people in disadvantaged backgrounds to be able to have access to the arts. Because when you see things like that and you see people pull through, you just know that the people at the bottom end of support need it the most. And I would always class myself as one of those people. I came from a background where we got so much funding cut. We got so much taken away, and there were some things that we did, but it was all from ourselves. We didn't get a lot of support. And I remember there was a tradition in my secondary school where we all got to do like a show of some sorts, whether it be a musical or a play. And I remember being told that we didn't have the money and that we weren't going to do it. And as me, as a diehard theatre kid, it crushed me. It really did. Like, I was so sad, and I've been looking forward to it that whole year because I knew, oh, when you're in year 9, you get to do the show. Like, that's great. And I just remember it, and I always think about that one feeling of, this is what happens when you take away from the people that already don't have a lot. So yeah, the things like this, like the federation doing these fairs, and me being able to keep supporting students, and even myself supporting me, knowing how to learn and pass on things and experience and knowledge, which I'm still very much gaining. It ain't a finished products. I am not Dumbledore. I ain't got all seeing, all knowing wisdom like our amazing tutors that we have at the school. But one day I would like to get at least a little bit further along the way. I think education is so important. So that's why I like to stay in touch. That's why I like to stay involved, because like I said, why would you not give? I've got something now. I've got knowledge and I've got experience and I've had that privilege that I have earned, but I worked for it. No one else gave it to me. You know, I didn't get a scholarship or anything like that. And not to say this isn't the norm nowadays, but you know, I had to work a lot of jobs even whilst I was at university to keep afloat and you know, sacrifice lots of nights out and but still socialize, you know. But yeah, so I really do. I'm very passionate about making kids from working class backgrounds and minority groups and the people that just need the most amount of encouragement. You know, the people that are the most vulnerable need the arts. I don't care what anyone says. It will save people. It's sometimes better than medicine alone. So yeah, that was a bit deep. That was a bit of a deep talk, but it, you know, it's all relevant. It's all relevant to me, and to be able to go and talk to young people who also, you know, I don't live anywhere near Southampton, and this specific day is for like South Coastal students, which I don't know exactly the socio-economical crisis that's going on in the south, if you will, but there are definitely lots of counties and towns and cities that are exactly like the ones where I live in the West Midlands. So yeah, if you could inspire one kid to just kind of know that what they're doing is right, even when in this economy everything just is like punching you back and going, if you ain't doing this, you're never gonna afford an house. Or, you know, why are you doing a career in the arts? Don't you know that's gonna set you up for failure? You know, I talk to my partner a lot about this, and you know, the generation that we're in, everything around us is trying to set us up to fail. And it does just go to show the people that persevere how strong you all are, because to batter against society constantly is so emotionally and mentally draining. You just think, God, you know, when will it end? And it probably won't. But like I said, to show that perseverance and to show that you're passionate enough that you just kind of go, I don't care. I don't care. You have to be a little bit crazy. And that's why I love East 15 so much, because I feel like it's good at cultivating that crazy. Like, if you were to describe us, we'd be like the crazy cousin of drama schools. Like, we're just that one zany second cousin that's like sitting in the back, just playing with a Rubik's Cube and doing a backflip every so often. So, yeah, it's a good thing. And I'm passionate about it. And thanks for listening. But yeah, I'm in my PJs. My hair is getting a little bit greasy, and my skin is post-travel skin. But yeah, thanks for listening, because it is a thing I'm very passionate about, and you could very well go to someone else's YouTube channel and listen to their journey and listen to their experience. And I'm talking about something that's unique to me and something that's personal to me. Because yeah, it's my people, you know? I want my people who are at a disadvantage to be able to do better, to be able to climb. You know, I watch lots of things from actors online talking about, you know, the need and the rise and the minimal percentage of working class people that work in this industry. And you see a lot of middle class and upper class people playing working class people. And not to say someone who's been middle class has never been flat on their ass and struggled. You know, that's not the point. It's to live a life where you are constantly, it's an uphill battle all the time. And that really does shape a person, and that really comes through in your acting. So yeah, that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I want to keep doing with my life. And if I can become some sort of educator and reassure them that it ain't hopeless, then I will keep doing that. And I will be very happy about it. Even if it doesn't put any money in my pocket, at the end of the day, I will live a life and die happy and feel fulfilled that what I needed when I was their age, I'm giving to someone else. Oh, maybe this is the best new setup to have the most deep and organic chats. Like I did not script any of this. I was going to be talking about all the facts and figures about East 15, but I've kind of just gone on a bit of a tangent, and it feels very organic, and I kind of like it. So yeah, thanks for joining me for this very unscripted section of the video. I'm gonna go and chill out. I'm gonna go sleep because we start at 8:30 tomorrow. Like I said, I'm only a 10-minute walk away, so great. But I need to get up. I need to do my face. I need to put some makeup on because these Louis Vuittons are going to be carrying me around all day otherwise. Thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks for staying to have a little chat because sometimes it's needed. And yeah, I really appreciate it. So yeah, I'm gonna go chill out, watch some YouTube, sleep, and let's go do this Drama School Federation Fair for the students. Okay, guys, I'm gonna see you later. Ta-ta, bye-bye.